Welcome to Dream Chaser TV. I'm your host, Mira. On today's show, we have Kendrick Moore. Oh, you don't know Kendrick Moore? Let's go back to 1993 and 1994. Yeah, that guy. Hartford basketball icon. But today, we're going to talk about Moore Basketball Clinic. Come back and hear the show. Dream Chaser TV. Let's go. All right, Kendrick, so welcome to Dream Chaser TV. Tell us a little bit about Moore Basketball Clinic.
First of all, thanks for having me. Moore Basketball Clinic is a youth organization that I kind of came up with about 5 years ago to date. And our mission is to help others. Anything we can do centers around helping youth, to older people, to people here in the community, to people overseas. We have facilitated a lot of events. Like I said, everything is kind of based on the community, and it's based on, it filters from the community efforts that we get. And again, it's just about helping other people.
So tell us a little bit about what Moore Basketball Clinic has done recently, some of the different games and activities you've sponsored.
Well, we actually just had one that you mentioned it this past weekend. We did our Hoops for Japan alumni basketball game, which featured alumni stars from Hartford Public High School and Weaver High School. We had guys ranging from 1979 to 2005, graduating classes. We had a great turnout. It was a great event. And again, all those funds that we raised from that particular event goes to the Japan relief efforts.
Now, is Moore Basketball Clinic a non-profit or a for-profit organization?
As of now, we're working on the non-profit side of it, trying to get all of that stuff straightened out. But right as currently, it's for-profit.
Okay. Now, what made you come up with this idea? I mean, it must have been a dream. So tell us a little bit of what made you come up with it and how you got it started.
It's funny because ever since I left high school, I mean, my dedication and devotion is to Hartford Public High School. Mm-hmm. So ever since I left high school, I've always been one to give back to, it was directed towards Hartford Public, where it was coming back, even when I was in college, coming back doing some of the senior activities with them, mm-hmm. whether it was donating money for prom, scholarships, and stuff like that, just from a personal basis.
Right.
But when I decided to move back to Connecticut about 5-6 years ago, a good friend of mine just kind of started talking to me about, since you're back, why don't you think about doing something, really intense in the community? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how Moore Basketball Clinic came about.
Well, it's interesting that a lot of the stuff with Moore Basketball Clinic, you keep talking about the community. And a lot of times as dream chasers, we start with ourselves. So it seems like to me, you kind of done it in reverse. So why so much emphasis on the community?
Like I said, our mission is to help others. Mm-hmm. My personal joy, and people always ask me, hey, you're doing this for such and such reason. My personal joy is to see other people happy. Right. And I'm just 100% Hartford. Everybody, why are you moving back to Hartford? You've been all over the country, all over the world. Mm-hmm. Why you keep coming back to Hartford? I love Hartford. I love my family. My family's here. My friends are here. And it's just embedded in me. I love Hartford, and it's only right to give back.
So if you're sitting here, and Moore Basketball Clinic has been going on for 5 years. It's not necessarily where you want it to be. So if you were going to tell us, where you want it to be 5 years from now, what will Moore Basketball Clinic look like then?
Time to just be able to, we just need the sponsorships, and we'll be able to, at that point, be able to have that to just run any type of community event and helping our kids in any way possible.
Right. Would you have a facility too? Would there be, because that was one of the things you were talking about, right?
Oh, I mean, that'll be a great asset to us. I mean, if we can just house, I do personal training under the Moore Basketball Clinic name as well. Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely have a huge facility. You're talking about type of YMCA type facility where the kids can come, whether we got basketball courts, weights, and things like that. Mm-hmm. Different rooms where we can access for the kids to do different activities and stuff like that. Oh, for sure.
Right. So if there's anybody out there with, $1 million that they want to donate to Moore Basketball Clinic, we can get his information. It'll be on the screen kind of right there at the end of the show, so that, you can donate that $1 million so we can get the facility, because, there's a lot more that Moore Basketball Clinic can do. So anyways, and so tell us about the steps though. It's one thing to come up with the idea. It's one thing to have a dream. But what were some of the steps that you had to take to kind of get there?
I would say some of the steps that I took, and it goes back to, and it probably was an unconscious thing, mm-hmm. coming up through school and the family that I was raised by, was basically just a day-to-day preparation of getting things right. And I would say, trying to do the right things for, quote unquote, my mother. You know, it was just a preparation of saying, making sure I do things right, again, for somebody else.
Right.
And always trying to make sure someone else is happy with what I'm doing. And that kind of kept me focused along the path of making sure I go to school every day, not getting in trouble, not just going to school. And like I tell the kids today, make sure you're going to school and you're getting good grades.
Right.
And that's something that I always focused on, you know, just going through my ranks of school. And even as a young adult, when I moved away to college, when I started working, coaching in college, coaching college basketball, it was always kind of like, I want to make somebody else. And again, it was her, my mom. I always just wanted to make her happy. And I guess that's what my goal is now. I just want to see other people happy.
Okay. One of the things I was going to ask is who helps out? So I know that it says more basketball clinic, but no dream happens with somebody all by themselves. So what's your team? Who's the team? Maybe you could look in that camera over there and shout out all the people to help you make this happen.
Well, my team is you.
Okay.
My team is everybody that has ever contributed, showed up to a game, sent a letter, called. Some people in particular, like I said, that has always been there. A good friend of mine, Tom Ritter, who used to be a state representative, who I used to work for. He's the one who kind of, when I was deciding whether to leave coaching college basketball and move back, Kendrick, come on back. The community needs you. So he's one of those people that was just big all the time for me. The mansions where I live, the complex where I live, they're always holding community events just to support the events that we have. The Hartford Current, they always making sure that, you know, they're trying to give us the publicity that we need with the different events. My guy Vic Combs out in Indiana, he was the father of one of my college teammates, Kendrick. Look, anything you need, he's way out in Indiana, just trying to help support something that we're doing here, because he knows we're trying to benefit others. People at Albany grocery store, all over. Like I said, the people that's just every day willing. And you talk about the players, because all of our players they have to sell tickets for the events.
Right.
And the cheerleaders, we get alumni cheerleaders at the events that come. I mean, it's just everybody. Like I said, any video, they come and help out and, you know, just help making sure, like I said, getting this stuff out to people so they can know what we're doing. So it's a lot of people that, you know, and I'm sure, I know I'm leaving people out, especially specifically, but just getting the word out.
Getting the word out. So let me ask you this. So we're going to take a quick turn now. And you have more basketball clinic, but I'm sure that there's other dreams that you have for yourself that, you know, you just want to lay them out there right now in front of our audience of, you know, what is it, 5 million right now, Zoe? 5 million. So we got our 5 million. What are some of the dreams that you have that you haven't caught yet, but you're working towards?
I'm going to, you know, a dream that I have, like I said, it can be something just as simple as, and again, it may sound like wait, that's it, but it's really just the continuance of seeing young people put into a better position. And if I'm ever able to, and I guess this is a dream, if I'm ever able to get to that status, whether it's financially or whether it's, like I said, having the community support or just a complete sponsorship of More Basketball Clinic, where we're able to make sure that the kids of today are taken care of to the best of their ability. You know, there's always going to be some that slip through the cracks, but if we can catch them and help them and making sure that they develop to the best of their ability, and like I said, the time and the passion that I have for that, there's nothing more that I can ask for.
Wow. And I want to end the show with you being able to say to the people, just directing that camera over there, a message that you want to leave all the dream chasers out there with before we go.
I just want everybody to understand what More Basketball Clinic is about, that we're here to support the youth, that we're here to support the community, we're here to support anybody that can use the benefits of anything that we service. And again, it's up to you and us to help us get this done. It's not a one-man show. Like I said, everybody that supports More Basketball Clinic is a part of More Basketball Clinic. And I just want to thank everybody for helping out.
And as we end every show, dream chasers, never stop dreaming. Support More Basketball Clinic, man. Peace.
In this video,